Hey friends, it's Just the Gems. I'm Brandon. Last weekend, I had the great privilege of attending PAX West 2024, which was a pretty wild time. While I was there, I got a chance to meet with Square Enix and take a look at some of their upcoming JRPGs. And let's just say, even though I had a feeling these games were gonna be good, I think I underestimated exactly how good they'd feel to play. The first game I want to talk about this week is Dragon Quest III HD-2D. From the very beginning, people have been hyped for this game. It's pretty widely beloved and considered by a huge chunk of the fan base to be among the best in the series. And this is Dragon Quest, so there's a lot of good here. It's also one of the few DQ games that I haven't played. Yeah, I'm the guy that skipped 3 and went straight into the remake of 4 on the Nintendo DS back when I did my Dragon Quest playthrough a few years back. Don't ask me why. I mean, there's a reason, but it's embarrassing, so don't ask. I was stupid. End of story. Anyway, enough self-flagellation. Let's talk about DQ3. As you've no doubt seen from the trailers, this is a full, from-the-ground-up reimagining of Dragon Quest III using Square Enix's trademark HD-2D graphical styling. Regardless of what any naysayers might think, to me, this is like the premier way of creating games that feel like 16-bit games felt when I was a kid. As you can see from the graphics on display here, it practically glows with style. I'm very into it, is what I'm saying. Exploration is made all the more enjoyable because I just loved actually observing the places I was traversing. Story scenes have a lot of that charming Dragon Quest British voice acting that I've come to love as I've played the more recent games.
Fair play to you. You done all right making it this far.
And while I only got to see a few story scenes in my time with the game, I got a pretty good sense of the quality. And the quality is high, if there was any confusion. If you've played a Dragon Quest game, then you already know quite a bit about the battle system here. That's because DQ games tend to prioritize tradition over newness for the sake of newness. You've got all your familiar spells here, from sizzle to squelch. You've got classic enemies to fight, and all your favorite sound effects from those bygone NES days are accounted for too. One thing you would not see on the original Nintendo, though, is this freaking quality animation. I just love seeing two-dimensional sprites moving like this. Along with the gorgeous presentation, combat moves along at a nice pace, which you can adjust in the settings if you want. I tend to like mine running faster than the default. The demo I played concluded with a battle against some thieves in a tower, and it really highlights the DQ series' combination of simplicity and challenge. If you're familiar with your arsenal, then taking down enemies should be far from impossible. But if you're not up to speed on what weapons to use, what spells do what, how to target one enemy versus a group, etc., then you might be in trouble. Besides that main chunk of the demo, there was also a short segment that takes place within the monster battling arena. This is where you can take the monsters you've recruited and pit them against other monsters to win prizes. Oh, speaking of recruiting monsters, there's a new Beast Tamer class, which is pretty cool. I'm sure it'll all be a fun diversion, though if you know me, you can probably guess I'm not the target audience for the monster capturing and battling stuff. That's fine, it's a new edition, it's optional, and plenty of you are gonna love it. Let me know in the comments if I'm a dummy for shying away from monster gathering. I know I am, but I want to hear you call me one. Anyway, this game is looking like a Dragon Quest fan's dream. Couple this with the recently announced Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD-2D remakes, and we're going to be eating good over the next several months. We don't have all that long to wait for Part 3 at least. It's hitting store shelves on November 14th. I'm pretty much salivating over the chance to fully dive into this game, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a break and wipe my chin. That's better. Thanks so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind, would you consider subscribing if you like what I do here? And if you'd like the video, that really does help a ton. Anyway, until next time. Bye.